the 49ers have made noise in the draft. They have the second pick in the draft, traded away to the Bears, and select Solomon Thomas. Now, as my initial reaction when the 49ers had made the trade, I was kind of happy because I didn't really want them to make the pick in the in that spot. I wanted them to get back some draft picks, and that's exactly what they did. They only fell back one spot. They traded with the Bears. They got back. They swapped picks with the Bears. Got a couple third rounders and I think a fourth or a sixth. They got a future third. That was basically it. I kind of wanted them to get a first round draft pick for next year. I see now. I just saw what the Texans gave the Browns to select Deshaun Watson, and it makes me think, yeah, I kind of wish the 49ers would have gotten a little bit more out of it. And then the Bears select Mitch Trubisky. Now, I was okay with us not getting a quarterback. I kind of thought, you never know what happens next year. You never know what's going to happen in this year's draft, even if we don't get a quarterback right now. So I was fine with the 49ers not taking Trubisky. Like I said, my initial reaction to the 49ers making the trade, I was happy. I was yelling. I was screaming. I kind of lost. I didn't lose my voice. My throat started to hurt a little bit. It was kind of funny. And then the 49ers select Solomon Thomas with the third pick. I predicted the pick right. I said they were going to select Solomon Thomas. Now, not a number 2 spot, but they were going to select Solomon Thomas, and that's exactly what they did. I like the move a lot. You know, you got to build up that front seven back to what it used to be. The front seven hasn't been the same since Justin Smith left, since all these guys left, and I like that they're rebuilding it. The last 3 years, they've picked up defense and defensive linemen. They got Eric Armstead, they got DeForest Buckner, and now it's Solomon Thomas. It's the Pac-12 defensive line all-star team. I love the pick. I think Solomon Thomas is a great pick for the 49ers. I think he's a great pick in the draft. Now, you know, I'm still kind of interested to see what's going to happen here on out. The draft has been absolute madness. Are we going to trade back in and get a quarterback? Who are we going to do in the second round now? It's all very, very interesting. My initial reaction to the Solomon Thomas trade, I loved it. I didn't get too excited because I already knew that they were going to take Solomon Thomas. I was like, yes, I was right. I was right, goddammit. And I like the pick a lot. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Yeah, 100%. I approve of the Solomon Thomas trade. It gets my stamp of approval. And now I just want to see what the 49ers do with the rest of the draft, and I want to see what happens in the rest of the draft. I mean, it's been kind of chaotic as kind of after what happened with the 49ers. You know, you had trades and guys going elsewhere. Chiefs take Mahomes. Texans take Watson. Who are the Browns going to take a quarterback now? Are they even going to take a quarterback? Are the 49ers even the two teams that needed to take a quarterback didn't really take a quarterback? People hate on Trubisky. I don't see why people are hating on Trubisky, but hey. I very much like the Solomon Thomas trade. It's what's best for business.